Maybe around 9 or 10 years old, I would like write these like comic book things. I would just like copy like real movies that came out and just like write, you know, little stories like about them. Like I would kind of take the characters from those movies and like make my own story. And then I would like sell them. I would, you know, sell them to my relatives. Like I'd put like 10 cents on the front page, and I would sell them to relatives at like a, you know, family gathering or something. As I got older, it was kind of a way for people to understand me, you know, as a person. So I feel like that's kind of where I was coming at it from. I was trying to be, probably when I started, like understood. There's a genuine curiosity there. The more I do this, the more I realize it's more just about instinct. I was listening to this really great podcast with Jordan Peele. He was talking about his process, and like he was talking about how writing Get Out for him took, I don't know, like 5 years or something, I think. But he was working on other things too. When he'd get blocked, he would go and just write like another idea, work on something else. And he had this kind of like mantra where he'd always be like, you know, you just gotta follow the fun. Like you get stuck on one thing, follow whatever's, you know, exciting to you in another sort of like another idea you find fascinating. Work on that, and then eventually he like combined like 2 or 3 different ideas he was working on to create Get Out. The fear of a project and not knowing where it's going, I think, is exciting too. If you're not excited about what you're writing, I mean, yeah, like even if it is work, you got to be excited about it on some level, or I think it's just not going to be any good. The biggest thing is for me, whenever I'm like feeling like I'm not, what I'm working on isn't good, I'd snowball that into like a bigger feeling of, well, I'm just not, maybe I'm done. You might be frustrated right now, but you work past it. And that's by no means indicative of like a larger issue of you lacking some sort of skill or knowledge to do this. If somebody really likes something I write or something, that's great. It should just be about the work. Like that's all it should be about. And I feel like, you know, that's sort of a hard, that's just kind of an ongoing struggle. Something I've learned, I guess, is that everybody sort of has their own processes, you know, and I guess find whatever works for you. And you don't have to do things a certain way just because somebody else did them, you know, just because a movie is written in 3 acts, or, you know, most movies are, doesn't mean you have to do that, or doesn't mean that you have to adhere to some sort of like rigid system. You know, you kind of do, you know, find the fun.